Here comes Everyone magazine and Coventry publisher Silhouette Press. Also, to all the people who nominated this event for a Saboteur Award for 2018, we've been shortlisted for Best Regular Spoken Word Night, and that's like a national award, so thank you.
Rice from Shanghai, spice from Afghanistan, all remaking itself, feeding the trees. I clean myself on a sycamore leaf, smooth as a grocer's handkerchief, and then I see them, pregnant as fish bowls, weird as a hedge full of squalls. I pull one out of its hole, gentle as a midwife, pulping the doomed head in my hands. I carry it home on the bus. It sits in my lap like a baby, plump as an arse,
They've dropped the
smelling
uncertainties
of milk
of my lifetime.
and cinnamon.
Now more panic than packages, while cardboard recreations of cancerous lungs and rotting teeth cradle their innards. Clogged arteries, blackened gums, throats stripped bare to red muscle and sinew, all watch from shelved boxes, blinking a solid SOS at all passers-by. I taught myself for slogans, found the right words to fold you away in. I stamped over every memory of your voice, and how it shook the first night you pressed your lips against mine and told me I was amazing, brilliant, and a lifetime of other adjectives, that you had to kiss me, just once, just once. I let them go, replaced them with the most toxic words my mind could find. You telling me you respected me too much. You saying I expected the world. You and the miles of blank white silence from all the phone calls when my hiccuping, scorching breaths took over the words that hurt too much for me to hold in. Then you, 10 minutes later, laughing, because you'd forgotten I was still on the phone. You only remembered when you heard me try to breathe through the water in my lungs, the spluttering, wet, drowned sounds.
As if your chimney waved back wings, when you ran into my arms, begging for another round of hide and seek. Do you remember how I tried to dissuade you? Hand on my cheek, eyebrows furrowed, I said, "Oh, Asifa, I am scared. I am too scared of all the wild things lurking around to go hiding among trees again." Your eyes glinting with disbelief, your face glowing, not just by the setting sun, but also joy and mischief, you galloped off in search of a magical hiding spot. And shouting behind your shoulders, you said, "It is not the wild things we need to fear, Ami. When will you ever learn?" After searching for what felt like eternity, when I finally found you, crouching and giggling in your place of hiding, despite myself, my sense of relief took the shape of tears.
The only things these walls hoard is a horde of patients laughing without a joke. Quite the mix of folk, some rich, some broke, but all sort of broke. In the morning I'm awoke by a doctor come to prod and poke. I was upset, but I still spoke. "No, you can't go for a smoke. Is there any freedom that won't provoke? I just wanted a consultation, maybe a short conversation to provide me with a little information, an explanation about the correlation between isolation and mental stagnation, maybe a PowerPoint presentation with a quirky quotation meant for motivation, maybe a quick education on the available medication, or a recommendation of a helpful publication from a relevant organisation. At the very least, some validation for the sake of self-affirmation. I hardly thought there was justification for a full-on examination, but I was put under investigation to go experimentation. As part of the interrogation, I was shown ink paintings of painful things. It was something to do with free association. Asked if I'm prone to hallucination, hearing the voice, excessive procrastination,
invested in that never pays back. I know that type and they're the type to never have a positive word to say when asked. You know my type and I'm the type to never relax. Whisper words in my head at the back, creating a masterpiece with the mess they have. I get annoyed but the stress won't last. It's all in my head. If I've fallen again, I fall into webs that they dispatch. Never ordered it, but it arrives on time. We broadcast the flaws we have, and modern displays in which we self-deprecate are signs of the times, they're signs of the times. Got a face for radio, and a voice for silent movies. I won't lose my mind, but my mind might lose me. I tried to try, but trying times confuse me. They confuse me. What is it all about? They're talking about Kim Kardashian's ass, Kanye falling out with Amber Rose, the madness grows, book us into an insane asylum. In reality, people are vague and silent. Online, they're wanting praise in the highest, or they turn into modern day titans, needing their ego boosting, cause they're chasing an image, but feeling inferiority with thoughts that really they're useless as steering them
thrust away everything that crowds in, except the sensational now. Into this tiptoe limbo, unsavoury nothings are whispered, and you hold tight to keep us upright. Yet the world can only be held back so long. You are first to fall, first to pull away. How quickly they return, the anxieties that gnaw away. I see my car from the window and start to worry that I left my lights on. I ask you, you squint and say, no, it's only a reflection, and ask, is that what you were thinking about during? Maybe, I say, it's for your own good. Please remember, in your uniform you represent us. Cover yourself up. Don't you know you're asking for it? Cover yourself up or be resigned to your fate. Remember, an inch of fabric can protect you from rape. Your growing body is an object of lust, and self-control is a myth, and they must. You're exploring your burgeoning sexuality, slut. Remember, your body is not your own property. Cover yourself up. Don't you know you're asking for it? Cover yourself up, or you'll get what you deserve.
Dear Asifa, I'm sad. I'm sad to see the condition of our people, ones who could make a child their victim. For raping you was their way to avenge their religion. Dear Asifa, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we're such fools with peanut-sized brains and narrow-minded attitudes. Dear Asifa, I'm outraged. I'm outraged to see the protesters lining up to defend the accused. After all, they were Hindus. And Islamic blood was infused in you. Dear Asifa, I'm sorry that we're such fools with peanut-sized brains and narrow-minded attitudes. Dear Asifa, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to enter a temple, that sacred place forever marred by the shameless predators who spilled the innocent blood of yours.
When you're tired,
Dear Asifa,
when you're worried your compassion, the reason that you do this might break you. I can hear it in your voice, stretched tight, the children's party voice, I call it, overly cheerful and brisk. Come on, you tell me, and I hear, come on, you tell yourself. I have bad days also, when I'm sick of being seen as a collection of symptoms and deficiencies, when I can't find the space to be myself between appointments and assessments, as if life is a school that always awards me F and hypodermics. How about we reach an agreement where you talk to me like an adult, and if you're down or need appreciating, a joke or wink, I'll try to put my aches aside and be there. How about we meet as equals with different needs and expertises, living different kinds of lives, but working with each other to get by because we recognise, come on, bring it all to the party. We are both fully human, you and I. Thank you.
What did they say about school? Keep your head down and just follow the rules. A red rag to a bull, rules were there to be broken. On report for skipped lessons, detention for smoking. I fell out with authority at a very young age. I wanted some colour. They offered me beige. They wanted obedience like little church mice. Actually, my sofa's beige and it's really nice. Anyway, what did they say about school? There was always one teacher that was popular and cool, that didn't wear ties and occasionally swore just to show they were edgy, then took lessons outdoors. Well, everyone loved Mr. Fletcher at mine. On the last day of term, he would let us drink wine. He had all the swagger and his clothes were designer. Then he got 14 years for seducing a minor. What did they say about school? It teaches you morals and valuable tools. To maximise profits is what I discovered by selling the books from the stationery cupboard. Suspended for what they called mass indiscretions. Apparently I lacked respect for possessions. A serious bollocking. Just me and the tutor. He went for a piss, so I nicked his computer. What did they say about school? It taught me to fight, and that life could be cruel, that history and science and all that malarkey were not as important.